Alrighty, so what is up guys? As you can tell from the title of this video, it is about the transformation of the hull. So as you can see here, I have some Interlux Brightside polyurethane premium single part enamel sapphire blue paint that we're going to be going ahead and putting on the hull. It's actually the same color as what's on there, but that was painted on years ago and it's sanded, so it'll look different than that, but it's the same color. And then as you can see here, I have just an assortment of brushes that I'm going to be putting it on with. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flip that over, and I'm going to cut it like an inch or two with the smallest paintbrush here when it's flipped over, so it won't drip onto the rub rail at all, since in the last episode we did the rub rail and got that all looking nice. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then once I cut it and let it dry, I'm going to do a coat or two of that, and then I'll flip it back over like it is now, and I'll do the hull and proceed with the rest of the boat. Also guys, if you have not watched part 1 or part 2, I will go ahead and put a card on the screen for both of those, and then they'll also be on the end screen as well if you want to watch this first and then go back and watch those. However you want to do it, but just know they'll be in both locations. So as you guys can see here, I just got done cutting it. I'm probably gonna go ahead and do another coat, or maybe bring it down another inch or so before I go ahead and flip it and paint the rest of it. I'm not 100% positive though yet. That plan might still change. But I remember specifically, we pointed out right here, there was a bit of overspray, and now as you can tell, that's totally gone. So I was able to touch all that up, and it pretty much, that goes for pretty much around the whole boat. It actually ended up turning out pretty good. There really wasn't, I didn't really like overpaint onto the rub rail at all, like really at all. So yeah, pretty pumped with how this turned out, and it took a little bit, but I think it was totally worth it to go ahead and do it this way. Alrighty guys, so I just went around again, brought it down a few more inches, and yeah, so the plan changed a little bit. What I decided I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint up until like here, what I can see today. I'm just gonna paint all of this now, because I was gonna flip it, but it'll be easier to just paint this whole side now and then flip it once this is dried, and then just have to do really the bottom and touch up some of the areas along here to make it flow better. But yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. It just makes more sense. I think it'll flow a lot better. So I just finished the second coat on just this top side down to about here. You can see if you go underneath, it's still not painted all under there. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. give you guys a little walk around tour here. Just a real quick one. It's not perfect, it has its blemishes and stuff, but overall it looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna give this a few hours to dry, because I don't want to flip it and mess any of the paint job up that I've done so far. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a few hours, come back, feel it, see how dry it is. If it's dry enough, I'll go ahead and flip it, and I'll try and get the rest painted today before it gets dark. But if it's not dry enough, then I'm just gonna be out here tomorrow morning, and I'll finish it up tomorrow morning to get it all done and posted tomorrow. But yeah, this is where I am so far. I think it's coming along pretty good. So it has been completed. I think it looks fantastic. I could not be more happy with how it turned out. I mean, it really honestly just looks great. As you can see here, this was all just terrible and all just roughed up and nasty, and now it's all smoothed out. You can't even ever tell there was really any blemishes or issues in the first place, and yeah, I couldn't be more happy with how it turned out.